Here's an example of one of my trips from Half Moon Bay to Sunnyvale in my Leaf. You can see this is the start of my trip here in Half Moon Bay, and the end is over this way. This was on the 21st of July. 61-minute trip. I used up 121 units of charge. The total battery now is about 240 units of charge. So that's half my battery. Where I am now, I have charging at work. So 120 times, it's basically 80 watts per unit of charge on the Leaf. So 9,600 watts, almost 10,000 watts, which is about half the battery. Let's look at the part that's just the hill getting over 92. With this bar here, I can zoom down to just the part of the trip that I'm interested in. Let's get to just the hill. It's always been on my to-do list to make this a little bit easier. Okay, but that's about right there. So 21 minutes to get to 280 basically. That sounds right. 59 units of charge, which is 59 times 80, 4,720 watts. So that's a fifth of my battery pack basically. That's half the capacity of the BMW i5 electric. It's a much bigger car. It's going to take way more power to get up that hill. Let's see, mileage wise, it's 15 miles. You're not going to make it round trip in that car. And really, I can go into a million reasons why that it's not a great alternative car. But continuing along, I found what the problem was there, which is I hadn't logged any GPS locations on that other trip. So here's the return trip going down the hill. First of all, you'll notice the rapid temperature drop when I get to Half Moon Bay, going from the 80s and 90s down to 65. But to get to what I'm looking at here, let's just look at the downhill part. The way back was 125 units of charge, 67 minutes, 34.2 miles. And let's zoom down to just the end of the trip going down the hill. This day I took Kenyatta Road. But that's basically it there. That's the flat part of Kenyatta Road, or somewhat flat. And it took 26 minutes from that point. Let me dial it a little more down. Alright, let's say 24 minutes, 31 units of charge is it. Because you can see actually once I start going down the hill, I go from 142 to 146. I actually get some battery power back. So the downhill part, no problem. 31 units of charge from basically 280. 31 times 80 is 2,400 watts. That's pretty good. Big difference from the other side, like half. This is in a Leaf. I drive pretty quickly. I definitely am not afraid to floor it in that car to use up my battery, especially if I know I got a charge on the other side. So your mileage may differ, but that's how it goes.